everybody, Sarah Hokom here. You just watched the front. Welcome to the back.
Val Jenkins with a beautiful shot here on hole number 13. OB left and right on this fairway. Gorgeous shot by Val Jenkins. Just a bit short, but a good looking shot by Sarah Hokom. Ragna catches a tree on the right hand side but comes up short of the OB. Paige throwing her putter just left of the pin. And Bjerkaas' shot is heading right to the pin, just a bit short. Beautiful shot. Bygde a little light on the approach. Hokom's got a birdie 2 attempt, and one of the few mistakes we've seen this round, just a little bit high off the top of the basket. Bjerkaas has a very similar distance. If you haven't noticed, Paige is a very quick thrower normally. In fact, I have to remember that in order to get in position for her to throw her tee shots usually, as she usually steps up very quickly and throws. And she'll card the nice birdie 2. You see that umbrellas have been in use all day today just to shade ourselves from the uncharacteristically hot beating sun that's been going on all weekend thus far. Both Friday and today have been incredibly warm. Jenkins takes the birdie 2 after throwing a rock off the tee. Again, Paige Pierce threw one of her putters. It looks like she is pin high, just left. Pierce's putting stroke has been solid. However, there's been a few times it feels like she hasn't been rewarded the way she should have been. Namely back on hole number 10. And Bygde will put in for the 3. So we have 3s by Ragna as well as Hokom, 2s by Paige, and Valerie Jenkins. This hole plays up a hill as a slight turnover for a right-handed backhand thrower. And Val Jenkins will have a putt. Paige Pierce going with a forehand here. Maybe a little added confidence after getting the hole-in-one a few hours ago. Ragna Bygde, one of the furthest throwers in the game, had mentioned yesterday that this course is a little short for her liking. And she didn't have any turn on that as she was looking for. And a nice shot by Paige Bjerkaas. She's going to be 30 feet. As I had mentioned, this hole is a slight turnover for a right-handed backhand thrower. Otherwise, a perfect shot by and for Sarah Hokom. She's getting a roll, and it sits down. Oh, and Bjerkaas from just inside 30 is barely off her mark. Val Jenkins has a similar putt. And Val is good. Nearly every makeable putt that she's had today, she has capitalized on, playing very well. Sarah Hokom got a little bit of a roll on her previous shot. However, this is also a very makeable putt. She's going to have a little bit of a headwind coming at her. She threw a forehand Firebird off the tee. She's primarily thrown her Legacy Outlaws throughout the round, occasionally a Firebird tee shot. And just a bit high on that putt. I think Val Jenkins will have the outright lead here. We're going to move on to the downhill, but yet short hole number 15 in just a few moments. Valerie Jenkins on the tee, coming in very low and short of the pin. She's going to be left with at least 30 feet. From the tee area, it is nearly impossible to see the basket. You can somewhat see the top rim if you're tall enough. Not claiming that I am, of course. Paige Pierce, also just a bit short. She's going to be closer than Val, however, just short. Paige Bjerkaas will be third to tee. This is a gentle hyzer shot for any of the right-handed backhand throwers. They're dealing with a slight headwind. Or Paige can completely throw me off and go with a wide hyzer that brings in right next to the basket. Not exactly what I was expecting. Obviously very effective. She just went with a slightly wider route. And Ragna's shot coming in nicely. Very little skip out here, although she's within 10 feet. I've been told to let everyone know this is not typical Colorado disc golf, in that normally the grass has been much higher in a lot of places, and although it is very thick here, they are not used to this lush green grass on their courses. And Hokom's left with less than 15 feet. Val Jenkins is up and just a bit short on her birdie attempt. There's putting going on over here. Another solid putt by Paige Pierce. This one sticks into the chains for the birdie 2. Birdie 2 for Bjerkaas. I'll expect to see the same from both Hokom and Bygde. Val may be the only competitor to take a par here on hole 15. And as I said, Val will tap in for her par 3 on this short hole number 15. And after Paige's long jump putt, Val Jenkins was second to throw. Bjerkaas in for the birdie too. Val Jenkins has this left for her penalty 4. And right corner pocket and in. Her husband was not thoroughly impressed with that putt, but in is in, as he says. Ragna from the same distance for the birdie 2. And Sarah Hokom yet again another forehand off the tee. She is lining up nicely for what should be a birdie. We're getting an umbrella bogey, however, in our way. And I'll just tell you that one in. Paige Pierce will tap out for the penalty 4. And Ragna makes good on the birdie 2. Slight uphill putt for Bjerkaas. She's a little bit high, but in. She's happy to take the 2. Paige Pierce just to the right side of the pin. High right, and that one gets pulled in by the chains. Hokom also making good on the birdie opportunity. I expect the same of Val Jenkins. I believe that will be a star frame here for the top women's card. 5 for 5 on birdies here on hole number 17. Val Jenkins had CTP in her group last round, winning herself a Vibram disc, courtesy of Steve Dodge and all of the amazing folks over at Vibram. Again, 5 for 5 in the birdie category, hole 17. Paige Pierce with a drive here on hole number 18. Hole measuring in at 270 feet, and it plays all of that, if not more. Sarah's outlaw gets a little extra action. And Ragna with a drive that finishes up and on the left-hand side. Paige's putter finishes short and left. And Val's TL also finishing left. Sarah with a jump putt. Val with a long jump putt. And Pierce capitalizes on her great drive here on hole number 18. Ragna looking to do the same. Well, just a bit short. We'll see pars from all four competitors, except for the birdie by Paige Pierce. Pierce opting for the standstill here, hole 19. And Paige Bjerkaas going up the left-hand side. Caught up just a little bit. And past the basket on that left-hand side with the forehand is Hokom shot. Ragna throwing a putter straight at it and catches one of the low-hanging branches. Looked to be a really good line otherwise. Val throwing a rock, and on the right-hand side and a little bit short. And Val makes good on the uphill, hole number 19. And Pierce also answers with a very solid putt. Bjerkaas is in for the birdie too. Another forehand, another birdie for Sarah. Ragna's going to be tapping in for her bogey 4. Tight and technical, hole number 19. Let's move on to 20. Paige's drive carrying over to the right on the second longest hole these competitors will see this weekend. Hokom turns over her sidearm to the left-hand side. Guarding that left-hand side is Bjerkaas' drive. A little too much height there for Jenkins. And Ragna's is finishing to the left. Good shot. Great shot by Val Jenkins. Pierce with a standstill putter shot.
Nice shot, Paige.
And Ragna with a beautiful 2 here on hole number 20. I also had missed Bjerkaas' approach from the left-hand side. Again, she throws very quickly. This is Pierce for her 3. And no problems for Pierce. Hokom's left with 10 to 12 feet for her par 3. And Hokom is in for 3 from 10 to 12 feet. I expect to see the same of Val and Bjerkaas. Great shot here by Ragna, just to the left of the pin. And Val Jenkins from just over 40 feet is left. Paige Pierce's tee shot had carried wide into the right. She's left with at least 40 feet, slightly uphill. She's got a little bit of sun in her eyes as well. And tickles the left side of the chains. Sarah Hokom from outside the circle, and a jump putt is up and over. Solid putt by Ragna to card the birdie 2. Hokom cleans up, and I expect the same of Jenkins and the Paiges. Just 3 to play here at the beautiful Purple Park in Superior, Colorado. And after a very lengthy backup that the women experienced, we are here on hole 22, which is the longest hole on the course. In fact, it is deemed a par 4, measuring in at 541 feet. And Paige's shot is carrying left. She's going to hope that stops before, and she is in fact safe. Paige Pierce hangs it out wide and high to the right. And a nearly perfect shot into the center of the fairway. Sizable gallery, which mainly consists of backed up cards. All appreciates it. Sarah throwing her forehand Outlaw out to the left-hand side. Perfectly placed in the center of the fairway. Val Jenkins with a star turn. And Val with a very low release. And that should put her in the fairway as well. Val approaching with her Glow Champion rock. And gets a nice kick. Hokom's forehand is just short. Ragna's approach comes up just a bit short. Playing the right to left. Nice shot by Bjerkaas. Oh, good couple of stops there by Paige. Big D's putt for 4 somehow slides back out on her. She's a little frustrated after a long day at golf, understandably. She's going to be karting the bogey 5. Hokom's lining up what will be her 3rd shot. And Hokom's 3rd shot is short. However, it stops on the rock. No problems for Bjerkaas. She takes a very easy 3. Hokom will put in for 4. Paige Pierce also looking to card a easy 3 here. And Ragna is in, a little frustrated with the angle. And Val with a very nice 3 here on hole number 22. .276-foot hole number 23 has OB on both right and left. Paige first to tee. Paige Bjerkaas second to tee. And Bjerkaas hanging it out to the right. Unfortunately, that is carrying hard left. And it checks up nicely. She's going to have a putt for birdie from there. Val Jenkins also goes wide right. She needs that to get left. And it looks like she should be safe on that right-hand side. Not the shot she was really hoping for. Hokom has a Icon Outlaw in her hand. And our first backhand shot of the day by Sarah Hokom. Very impressive. The gallery likes it. And Ragna not quite hanging her M3 out enough, and she's found herself OB. Great run by Val. Oh, and just high right for Paige. Ragna will take a penalty for. No problem for Bjerkaas. Easy 2. Sarah Hokom through 22 previous forehand drives and now has parked this hole here with a backhand. Solid birdie here by Sarah Hokom. And Val Jenkins cleans up, as will Pierce and Bygde. They have completed 47 holes out here at the temporary course located at Purple Park. We have Sarah Hokom in the lead. I do not see that changing here before they move into Sunday's play. Paige Pierce, ace hole 2. Now we just have 1 hole to play today. Yeah. All right, enough of that. Just a bit short here on the final hole of the day. And Hokom with 1 more forehand. And there is a reason she's your leader after day 1. A little bit of wind at our back as Pierce releases a nice straight shot here. Hole says 204 feet. Obviously playing over the water here. More important than the distance or the water in front of them was the slant of the hillside near the basket. A great looking shot by Val Jenkins, comes up just a bit short. And Ragna shot similar to Val's. They'll both have putts for birdie. Val is under the pin for a 3. Solid putt by Paige Pierce to finish out the round. She'll card another birdie. And Bjerkaas is just short. It is rolling. Tough to see right now if it is in fact going out of bounds. Looks like it has at least rolled to the water's edge. And Bjerkaas approaches to underneath the pin. And a solid putt and finish there by Ragna Bygde. Happy to get off of this course. As she said, it's been a very long day of golf for her, as it has been for all of the women. And a final park job and birdie by Sarah Hokom. What a phenomenal day here by Hokom, your 2012 Women's World Champion. Bjerkaas taps in. It's been a great day here. We'll catch up with some of the ladies in just a few moments.
Word. It's been forever. I know. I feel like I'm like seeing everybody and I'm like, holy.
I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and this is my video blog. We are done with day one here at the Rocky Mountain Women's Disc Golf Championships, and I'm joined by our leader, Sarah Hokom. Sarah, forehands, backhands, it doesn't matter. You were parking lots of holes out there. How did it feel?
Oh man, it felt great. I felt real comfortable out here. Seems like they kind of set the course up for me.
Well, that's awfully nice of them.
I know,
Who
right?
did you have to pay off to make that happen?
I don't know. They're just nice around here, I guess.
Now, one thing that people may not realize is that we're playing at a different elevation than what most people are used to. How has that affected some of your shots and some of the throws?
You know, I adjusted to it pretty good over the last couple of days, and right now I'm just maybe not throwing quite as far.
Okay.
But the lines are pretty close. So I haven't had too much trouble adjusting. We'll see how next week goes, adjusting back to regular elevation.
Yeah, it is definitely different. The discs are more overstable for the most part when you're playing at elevation. So you got to remember that if you go out and play in some place like Colorado, those are things you got to think of. Talk a little bit about your day. Again, it was very successful. You had the hot round, first round and second round, which puts you in the lead. Talk a little bit, some of your successes maybe.
Well, you know, I didn't really have to putt from very far because a lot of these are kind of like approach shots for me, so I felt really comfortable just throwing it right there, just like an approach, and didn't really have to putt from very far. The day was really long. We played 48 holes in fivesomes. So mostly it was important to just stay positive and relaxed and comfortable, and that was one of my goals.
Now, would you say Paige Pierce was trying to show you up? I mean, she aced with a forehand.
Well,
Who does that? I
she
mean,
pretty much
isn't
always
that what you're
shows
supposed
me
to
up,
do?
but
I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to do? You're the forehander, though, and then Paige throws one and.
well, she aced in my face.
Yeah.
Did I even get that birdie? Oh, I did. But anyway, it was great to watch. I love it. The fact that we have so many chances to ace out here is super fun too. I got one in practice even.
Which hole?
13. Lucky number.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
Any thoughts going into Sunday? There's going to be tee times. It's going to be still a long day, not quite as long because there won't be nearly as many players on the course. But any thoughts as you go to bed tonight and rest with the lead?
Well, I'm excited. We have tee time, so we'll be starting a little bit later. We have just the one round. You know, I'm just going to try to stay positive, stay in my own game, and really do what I've been doing, trying to execute. The execution on this course is real important. It's not really difficult golf, but, you know, sometimes the easy golf is sometimes the hard golf.
It is.
So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
You made it look easy today, so congratulations on that. We'll look forward to a good battle. You've got some tough competition.
Always.
That's going to be chomping at the bit tomorrow, and we're looking forward to the outcome.
Thanks for coming, Terry.
All right, best of luck to you.
Thanks.
All right, that's Sarah Hokom, your 2012 Women's World Champion. She's hunting down a Rocky Mountain Women's Championship on Sunday.